All right, family, let me know if you can hear me. I had some trouble with the audio in the last broadcast. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm gonna let a few of y'all jump in first, and then I'll go in. I gotta make sure that I got sound this time. Okay, y'all can hear me. Cool. All right, I got something on the screen I'm trying to take off. I don't normally go live from my phone, so I got to figure out how to get these pictures off the screen. There we go. All right, good. Okay, so 9:01 p.m. family. Nathaniel Woods was pronounced dead. Um, Nathaniel Woods was an innocent man. He had the unfortunate luck of being in Alabama and having the police come for him. They allegedly came for him to serve a warrant that he and others around him said was an invalid warrant. What were they even doing at the man's apartment in the first place? They had at least 3 officers were at his house and rushed inside of his house. Even when that happened, it's reported that Nathaniel raised his hands up and surrendered. As he surrendered, one of the cops maced him. This is probably was probably like enraged his friend that, pulled out a piece and started popping. His friend or his associate, Kerry Spencer, who did the killing, has admitted that he did the killing all by himself. He said Nathaniel had nothing to do with it. He didn't know I was going to do it. It was not planned. It went down. He was like, I didn't even know I was going to shoot him. But he killed him. And so they hit both of them with charges of capital murder and tried them, convicted them, and put both of them on death row, even though Nathaniel didn't pop one cop. He was sentenced to death. Now, I know some of y'all out there who like seeing black men get killed. You probably won't admit it, won't just say it out loud, but that's what you think. You think that, if a black person get accused of something, they had to do it. And even if they didn't get accused of something, somehow the police is protecting you from the boogeyman, the black boogeyman, right? So kill them all if you got to. Just keep them away from me. I want you to think about something. Now, Nathaniel was prosecuted under the felony murder law, which states that if you are with someone in the commission of a crime and someone gets killed, you can be charged with murder. Even if the person you're with is the alleged offender, if they get killed, you can be charged with your own friend or accomplice's death. So I want you to think about this. What if you were riding in a car, somebody had a wreck, your friend was driving drunk, he killed somebody, and they not only charged him with vehicular homicide. They also charged you because you was with him. By their theory, if they applied the same theory, if they gave the citizens of America the same consideration, the same respect, the same civil liberties, if a police officer shoots a citizen and another police officer is with him, and that police officer shoots an innocent citizen, well, shouldn't his partner get charged also? Shouldn't his partner be just as culpable since he killed an innocent citizen? Why is it that the police get so many special rights and the people who pay their bills don't? Where else do they do that at? Where the people who pay the taxes are the subordinates. The people who pay the taxes got to bow down to the people who they feed. If not for us, these cops can't feed themselves. They can't put a roof over their heads. They can't send their children to school. They can't buy clothes for their kids. They can't feed them. They can't go on those vacations. They can't participate in extracurricular activities. They can't do jack but get in line. Why is it that they get so much more protection than everybody else? These people executed an innocent man. That ain't right. That ain't right, man. That ain't right. They killed that man just because they could. And the governor, Kay Ivey, is as low as they come. She knew she had overwhelming evidence that that man did not commit that murder. She knew that, but she allowed the execution to take place anyway. That ain't right. That ain't right. The state of Alabama got it wrong. They killed an innocent man, and everybody that was involved should be held accountable. No way possible should that governor get another shot. Everybody needs to do everything that they can to make sure she don't get another term. But, you know, Alabama is overwhelmingly backwoods, and they actually like her types. So it's probably nothing that you really can do if you're a progressive, if you're somebody who's looking for justice, looking for a little equality. You're probably not going to find any of that in Alabama. It's probably going to be very, very hard to find some equality. They killed that man. This was state-sanctioned murder. They murdered this man just because they could, out of spite. And I want y'all to pay attention to the victims' family members. They all wanted them dead. I think somebody said something about one daughter or something may have wanted something different. The rest of them wanted them dead. All of them. Mamas, daddies, sisters, brothers, children, they wanted them dead. They didn't care. They just got on cold. Well, my daddy did, somebody got to die. My granddaddy did, somebody got to die. My son did, somebody got to die. That's how they get down. Wasn't no hugging, wasn't no forgiving, wasn't no coming off the stand saying, I want to hug this man who didn't kill my daddy, who didn't kill my husband. I want to hug this man who didn't kill my son. I know he didn't do it. Can I hug him? This man didn't even pull the trigger and he couldn't get a hug. Amber Geiger squeezed the trigger. It's undisputed. She killed him. And she got a hug out of the deal. Nathaniel couldn't get no hug from the judge, couldn't get no hug from any of the family members. I want y'all to pay attention to that. I know y'all keep saying y'all can hardly hear me. I don't know what's wrong with the sound. Um, but I am live on my phone. So uh, I'm in a different setting, y'all. So I apologize, but this is the best that I can do right now. So I'm not going to hold y'all up too long at all because I keep hearing y'all saying y'all can barely hear me. Okay, sound good. Okay, y'all saying it sounds good now. Okay. Maybe I had to get a little closer. Uh, okay. I'm hearing. Okay, everybody's saying the sound is good. Okay. All right, I can stay a little longer then. Well, again, family, I want y'all to pay attention to how they operate. Ain't no hugs, ain't no forgiveness, none of that. They've been wanting death from day one. They want blood. They killed that man in cold blood, man. That was murder. They know that man didn't kill those cops. They know that man wasn't responsible for killing those cops. They had no evidence. I mean, damn. I could see maybe you had a problem with somebody if you know you had some evidence, but they had no evidence and they convicted that man of murder. Who was that in the super chat? Huh. Who was that? Black by Design. I'm from Mississippi and I can attest that Alabama is the same as Mississippi, twin states. Scratching my head. When it comes to us, there's no hugging, only for them. Is it good to hug your killers? You did? Only for them is it good to hug your killers. That's how I go, y'all. Who was that right there? Rolando says, I'm white and I say no and I say so laws. We're done. Okay, I'll be okay. All right. So yeah, family. Um, Business as usual. Absolutely. Absolutely. Man. Boy, that's cold blooded, man. Imagine you're the survivors. You're Nathaniel's survivors. You're his mother, his sister, his brother, his father. Imagine Imagine somebody in the state. It's like nothing you can do. It's like you can't even go nowhere to get justice. There's no way you can go to even get justice because the state sanctioned the execution of your loved one. There's no way you can go to get justice. And you just sit there and you just got to sit there and accept it or take it. That's cold blooded, man, what they did to that dude. See, this is why I said I was against the death penalty all along. Even for the worst kind. I mean, street justice is street justice. Once you make it to that court, if they can get into the courtroom, hey man, I'm not with that death penalty thing because it overwhelmingly negatively impacts the black community because they get it wrong more often with us than they do anybody else. So I'm not with it. Even when the dude killed my cousin, I was like, once he got to court, I see you see love. Once he got to court, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be consistent. Let's run it through the trial. Let's run it through the courts. Now they don't take care of business. But dude ended up getting like I think he got a 25-year sentence. That's enough to hold him. That's enough. You know, I ain't tripping on that. 25 years is enough to you know, to recognize your mistake and get it right. But yeah, I was like, nah, I don't, you know, I didn't change my mind just because it was my family member that got killed, because I know that these laws are stacked against black people. I know that for a fact. And I got to be consistent. You got to be consistent. I see NW, who is that? NW Sensation. I need a phone call with you, fam, on a real info exchange that I don't address in light of these issues. Send me a mail, bro. Mail at willied.com, MAIL at willied.com. Let's see, who is that? Yeah. Mm. Yeah, he was. Okay, this is what happened. He was extended a stay earlier today at around 5:40. He was extended a stay, but it was a temporary stay, which meant that it could have been lifted at any moment. It could have been lifted in minutes or hours. They had until midnight to lift it. If they had not lifted it before midnight, before the death warrant had expired, then Nathaniel would have lived to see another day. He would have had time to uh, put forth the evidence needed to work the paperwork through the courts properly. But he ran out of time. And I think that uh, he got the attention of people that could really help him a little bit too late. Because honestly, I just heard about this case yesterday. I knew nothing about this case. Some others knew more about it than I did, but I didn't find out about this case till yesterday, and I jumped all over it because I saw that it was a major injustice. And the governor fixed her raggedy mouth to say, "Justice has been served." She said justice. She said justice has been served. That's how they do. And I heard that the police wasn't really there on the up and up anyway. They said the police was out there, may have been out there trying to jack them boys for their money. And that's part of the reason why dude opened fire. You know, so they're saying that the police wasn't even on the up and up. They're saying that the warrant was invalid. So my question off the bat was, why is it 3 officers trying to serve a misdemeanor warrant? That just don't make sense to me. Maybe they do things different in Alabama, but that don't make sense to me. Devo says the officers wanted to take money and pulled the gun on Nathaniel Woods. Yeah, this was a modern day lynching, man. That's all it was. This was a modern day lynching. Cold game, man. Cold game. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend too much time on the family tonight, but I'll probably cover this again tomorrow. You know, in the near future, I'm not gonna just let this go. This is cold, man. This is cold. If you got your people in Alabama, you might want to move around, man. Who is that in the super chat? Yo, boss. If they get rid of the death penalty, they will come up with another system, just like when they got rid of slavery. Here came, here came Jim Crow. Yeah, well, you know, you got to be on the watch. You know, you got to be on the lookout. it's harder to it's harder to like dismantle the system once you allow the system to get set up and start operating, and it becomes a stream. You start like it becomes a stream of revenue for the budget. Once that money start coming in, it's hard for them to just shut down an operation that's bringing in millions of dollars. So you got to kind of like shut it down before it even gets started. But I do agree with you. They're always coming up with something. I just sent the email, fam, with my number. All right, did you send what you needed, though? Send me the information, because I'm not just going to call you and start talking. I need to know what it's about. So let me know what it's about, homie. Give me some details. Appreciate you. Yeah, Dark Messiah say so. They killed Nathaniel Woods, but Dylan Ruth is still drawing breath. Go figure, homie. Go figure. Jay Saw, I'm from Montgomery. This so messed up. It is, homie. It is. Saying that Kenneth Spencer killed the police in self-defense. Man, I bet you if they tried to line up the number of people who could claim self-defense against the police, killing the police, I bet you probably couldn't. I bet you probably couldn't name 20 people in the last 50 years. And you know it's been a whole lot of police just killing innocent people. So low dolo, R.I.P. brother, and my condolences to the fam. That's what's up. I'm shutting it down, fam. I'm over here at the hospital, getting ready to go in here and see my aunt. I just wanted to drop this video on y'all real quick. And until next time, fam, I'll get with y'all. Now I got to figure out how to turn this thing off. Maybe share. No, that's not it. I got to figure out how to turn this thing off, family. Oh, I think this is it. I think this might be it. I want to stop streaming, yes. I'll see you, Gina. Appreciate you. All right, fam. In a minute.